Coach, we're just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, fellas. Coming to you, coming to you. Check, crouch, crouch, crouch. Alert flare, alert flare. Alert, alert, alert. Check 52. Kill, kill, kill.
This is the third-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Check, 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 check.
On second down now, Singletary, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Here we go. 36. Middle, 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 middle. Check. Safe.
Allen off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Middle. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Record.
Here's Allen. And he's going to go down again. Nick Vigil. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
It's now 3rd down.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's not often that you get 19-year-olds that enter the NFL, but this guy is absolutely special. Tremaine Edmonds out of Virginia Tech, 6'4", 250-plus pounds, can run like a deer. We just saw his ability to flash and make plays.
His brother Terrell also taken in the first round. First set of brothers taken in the first round of the same draft in NFL history. 3rd and 2 for Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first.
First down, Bengals.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Hands up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And it's a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down.
At the 12-yard line.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Buying time to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He'll get it up the middle, and now we'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action, throw the...
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 31-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shit, watch the shit. No. Off. Undercrush. Off 52. Undercrush.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
I'm going to run you over. Half. 57's the mark. What's that?
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Jones last year led the Bills, 652 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, more than doubled his production from 2017. Now they're hoping for an even bigger bump this year. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Shift. Watch the twist.
They'll run here with Singletary. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the alert. Watch it. Motion. Check nickel. Blue draw Porker. Check 4. Check. Hey, home. Check 3. Here we go.
Here's Singletary. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down.
57. Half. Switch.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, Make it a one-receiver route and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
He's checking.
On the run, it's Mixon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Too low,
Here you go, Cam. Hey, orbit.
Yeah. You don't want none. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hands up.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey.
25, check 25.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Ice. Hey, exit.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
No gain on this defense. No gain. Hands up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Hands up. 368.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That's it, baby.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, boy.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
You go tight. You got
93
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Open man is Uzama. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want
it. Now Joe Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Watch the safety creep.
Here you go, Cam.
Watch out. Watch out.
Now Mixon. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Here we go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
Check. Check out.
Hey, go, 368.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Bullock's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Alert, alert, alert.
57. Mike, 57.
Go.
Now Allen. He hits Beasley right side. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Come on. Hey, tight. Hey, tight.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. An incomplete and excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. They give him a gain of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Allen. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, watch this. Check 50, check 50.
And again, it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street. Tight y'all.
Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. 5.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return will stop right around the 25. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a run with Singletary. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Safety's creeping.
They will run with Singletary. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Rip right.
Check middle. Check 13.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hey, check 24.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. His throw incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Throwing is Allen on third. Keeps himself upright. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. Slam, slam, slam.
Topper, topper.
Alert. Check safety, check safety. We go.
Gore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Man open left side is Brown. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bengals 32-yard line.
$319.
I got him, I got him. 57's Mike. Mike.
On play action, Allen rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Allen now looks to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
That's another Bills.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Why, get one. Bang, 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 bang.
Hey, home.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
He's coming, double up. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 6 guys. Check.
Protein spill.
Check.
Half 85, half 85.
Check. Lucky.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. Allen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Five wide.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. 3 down. Jack! SOS.
56.
Singletary again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Watch Mike. Come on, boy.
Now Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Check 49. Tight.
Singletary, he'll run for it. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
All 52.
Hey, check Mike.
Hey, box trot.
To the air, Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Alert flare. Check 52. Kill. Hatchet.
They'll look to run with Singletary. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. This is Mixon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Back now in Buffalo, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way, because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Mixon with it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Get the ball. 49, guys. Mike.
Dalton here from the gun. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, we got 3 down. Hey, wahoo!
Operating from the gun, Dalton. And able to find Green. There goes Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Rip left. Alert 3.
Now Allen to throw. Operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll run with Mixon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Andy Dalton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10 from the gun to give to Mixon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down.
Hands up, ladies.
Mike, 49.
Yeah, watch this.
Watch the run. 49's the Mike, watch 49.
Hey, Delta.
49's the Mike, 49's the Mike.
Here you go, 368.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
There's the touch.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, he scored on the ground and through the air, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
24.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Down 80! Gun. Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
No. Check that. We want Mike 50. We go.
On 2nd and 15 now. Allen is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Again, it's Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He's back to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Coming after you. Switch.
Now they run with Mixon. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Hey, echo.
Check 53, Mike. Good track, good track. Mike, 53. 53.
Big spot. Andy Dalton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Singletary to get the drive started. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check.
Regular.
They go right back to Singletary. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On the ground, it's Singletary. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
57 to Mike. Here we go.
But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Bills, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.